Hello fans, welcome to another update. The Detroit Lions are at a critical juncture. After an impressive season, the team knows it needs one last major adjustment to transform this roster into a true contender for the 2025 Super Bowl. And the big debate now is, what will be the best move to strengthen the pass rush and give Aiden Hutchinson the ideal partner on defense? Big names like Myles Garrett and Max Crosby are in the fans' dreams, but the difficulties in bringing them in mean that another option is gaining more and more traction, and it goes by the name of Khalil Mack. First of all, I'm going to ask you a quick favor. Like the video because, seriously, it helps a lot, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if you're not part of our Detroit Lions fan community yet, now is the time. We're close to reaching our goal of 2,000 subscribers, so sign up now and join us on this journey. Stay tuned until the end, because there's a lot of important information coming, and you won't want to miss a single detail. And of course, I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Thanks a lot for your support. Now, let's get to the breaking news. If the Detroit Lions really want to add an elite pass rusher this offseason, there's one name that makes a lot of sense in the short and long term: Khalil Mack. The team is in a decisive moment, where every move could be the missing piece to transform the team into a true Super Bowl contender in 2025. And while names like Myles Garrett and Max Crosby are fans' dreams, the financial reality and the assets needed to acquire them make these options less viable. So, what would be the perfect solution to strengthen the defense without compromising the future? The answer may lie in the Chargers veteran. What we know so far is that the Lions want to strengthen the pass rush alongside Aiden Hutchinson. This was evident in GM Brad Holmes' statements during the NFL Combine. The team wants an impact player, but without having to give up valuable draft picks or commit large amounts of money in the long term. And that's exactly where Khalil Mack fits in. At 34, Mack is still a top-notch defender, proving that with a Pro Bowl season in 2024. He recorded 49 pressures and 7 sacks, a slight decline from 2023. But that's mostly due to the Chargers' reduced defensive rotation of 317 snaps. Mack would not only be a solid addition, but a true tactical asset for the Lions. He could start alongside Hutchinson and rotate with Zadarius Smith, bringing experience and depth to a defensive line that needs consistency in the crunch. And the best part? He could elevate the defense without Detroit having to give up any of its key players for the future. Now the big question: how much would a player of that caliber cost? According to equity expert Joshua Quipo, Mack's projected contract would be a 2-year deal worth $45 million. Sounds like a lot? In fact, it's a fair price for a veteran who still delivers elite production. Additionally, the Lions can structure the contract so that half of that amount is guaranteed, and the team has financial flexibility in 2026 when it needs to re-sign young talents like Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Ultimately, Khalil Mack is no Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, but he is undoubtedly the most realistic name for the Lions if they want to add an immediate impact player without compromising their ability to maintain a competitive team in the long term. If Detroit is truly aiming for the Super Bowl, this could be the right move. If the Lions really want an impactful pass rusher to contend for the Super Bowl, do you think Khalil Mack is the best option, or should the team try an even bolder move? Leave your opinion in the comments. Now, let's move on to the next update. Stay until the end to understand everything. The Detroit Lions are about to enter a crucial offseason, and one of the team's biggest needs is at cornerback. The defense struggled significantly throughout the 2024 season, which exposed the fragility of the defensive back group. In addition, the future of Carlton Davis, the team's top cornerback last year, is still up in the air. Davis will become an unrestricted free agent, and there is no guarantee that the team will be able or willing to re-sign him. This puts the Lions in a position where they will inevitably need to look for reinforcements in the secondary. Among the names that could be on the team's radar is Rasul Douglas, a veteran who can add talent and depth to the defense. Douglas is no stranger to the free agent market. He was listed by Pro Football Focus as the 14th best free agent this offseason and has built a solid reputation throughout his NFL career. In his last 2 seasons, he spent the majority of his time playing for the Buffalo Bills, being an important piece of the team's secondary. His numbers show consistent and impactful production. In 24 games played between 2023 and 2024, he accumulated 87 total tackles, 13 pass breakups for interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 forced fumble, and also recorded a sack. Even though he didn't manage to get interceptions in 2024, he has always been known as a ball hawk, a defender with sharp instincts to steal the ball. Throughout his career, he has 19 interceptions, and in 3 consecutive seasons, 2021 to 2023, he managed at least 4. In 2021 and 2023, he reached the mark of 5 interceptions, his best individual numbers. However, it's not all good news when we look at his last season. Douglas had notable difficulties in coverage in 2024, showing a sharp drop in his production. According to Pro Football Focus, he registered a PFF grade of 58.9 in coverage, his second worst mark of his career. For comparison, in 2023, he had an impressive 84.4, the best grade of his career. This drop in performance raises questions about his ability to continue playing at a high level. Furthermore, other numbers reinforce this concern. He allowed a passer rating of 123.7 when targeted and gave up, on average, 12 yards per reception. These are concerning statistics for a veteran cornerback, especially for a player who will likely receive a sizable contract in free agency. And this is a key point in the analysis. According to SpotTrack, Rasul Douglas' current market value is approximately $11.9 million per year, and his projected contract is around 3 years for a total of $35.7 million. This is a significant investment, especially for a player who will already be 30 years old when the 2025 season begins. NFL history shows that, in many cases, veteran cornerbacks begin to lose their explosiveness and agility as they age. If Douglas has already shown signs of decline in 2024, there's a real risk that this trend will continue in the coming years. This means that any team interested in him will need to weigh the cost-benefit carefully. For the Lions, the decision to pursue Douglas will depend on a number of factors. If the team believes he can regain his best form and return to the level he showed in 2023, he could be a valuable addition to the secondary. Detroit needs reliable reinforcements at the position, and if Douglas can perform at a high level, he could fill that void. However, cost could be a hurdle. General Manager Brad Holmes will need to decide whether it's worth committing significant cap space to a player who may be on the decline. Additionally, the team could consider other options on the free agent market or even pursue a young talent in the draft to bolster its defense without having to invest a lot of money. In short, Rasul Douglas is an interesting prospect for the Lions, but his signing wouldn't be without its risks. He has a solid track record, with consistent production and experience in the league, but his drop in performance in 2024 and the high projected cost are factors that cannot be ignored. If Detroit wants an immediate solution for its secondary, he could be a viable option. However, if the franchise is focused on a more sustainable rebuild and looking for younger talent, it may be wiser to explore other alternatives on the market. Leave your comment below. It will be very important for you to give your opinion. Let's interact and participate. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Until the next update.